Hello Zenby, time for a string safari. A string safari is a project where we create a Zentangle using a given string, and this is our string safari number 16. You can check out all our previous videos in the playlist. I am Sandhya, an artist and a certified Zentangle teacher. Welcome to yet another Zentangle Mini Project. In this channel, we talk about creating and practicing Zentangle, my own Zentangle inspired artworks and collectibles. So make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you do not miss out on any videos that we post every Tuesdays and Fridays. So for today's project, I'm going to work on a regular white square tile with my black pen, pencil and stub. So go grab your supplies and let's get started. Hello there, so we are here with our supplies, my white square tile, pencil stub 01 micron and 08 micron black. So let's get started. This is our string safari number 16 and I'm going to start with 4 dots on 4 corners. So I'm going to join the dots freehand. Okay, so here I have my dots connected. Now I'm going to start with my string. So the string for today's session is going to be like this. So I start from my left center somewhere, come down, make a loop, hit my right center and then go up to the top center. Okay, so it's going to be like this, loop, hit that and hit up. Okay, so let's go ahead, let's do that. There. So I got my string done. Now let's go ahead and start with our first tangle. So I'm going to start with our first tangle, which is puff cookie, and I'm going to use this section for that. So puff cookie is a fun tangle. It kind of starts off like our flux. So we make flux like this and we start off adding. So let's go ahead and add auras inside like this. So you can go about how many ever rounds you want. So it depends upon the size of your flux. And then you can also go about adding more to it to make it more interesting. So I'm going to add one here. So again, there is no rhythm to this tangle, you just keep adding wherever you find space. Okay, and I'm going to add one that goes like this. So let's add inner auras. And now I'm going to add some outer auras. There. Maybe one more. Okay, so let's see. Like so. So every time you make puff cookie, it's going to look different. There is no one way of doing it, and there is no right way of doing it. It's one of those fun organic tangles that you can just squeeze in wherever you can. Like that. So I'm going to take time to kind of plan out my next set of flux, so then I can add, maybe I'll go like this, yeah. Few more on the side. I don't want it to look like a flower per se here, so I'm going to change the direction. Okay. So let's go ahead and work on these. So here I have finished all that I started. Now I'm going to add a few more here and maybe here. Like that, and I have one little section here, so I'm going to finish this too. So probably I'll go ahead and add my flux like this. So take your time to make your lines. It's absolute zen when you do that. Okay, so I don't want to go too close to the edge, so maybe I'll add one here. Okay, so that looks fun. Ta-da. Okay, maybe we can add some circles, some puffs and dimples to kind of make this more interesting. So I'm going to add some circles and puffs. Okay, so I don't have much space here, which is fine. So yeah, so our next tangle is Twisty, which is kind of a border tangle. So I'm going to use that along this puff cookie, and it kind of goes along like this and along that, or maybe just along this side. So let's go ahead and start with that. So leave a bit of a space from the last line of puff cookie. So you start from here and make a knot like number 9, or probably if you look at it upside down, like number 6. Now I'm going to pull out another line that kind of goes parallel to that and goes down. Pull these two lines here, and this comes in like this. The second aura line comes in like this. So we're pulling the inner line out and making our knot. Okay, so I'm ignoring the loop, just going ahead with my border.
So I'm going to pull this line somewhere here, so it's kind of going behind our puff cookie. So this kind of goes about like this and comes here, and this kind of comes here like this, and then we turn it and finish it up here. So let's go ahead, keep adding our twisty. Okay, so I'm going to end it up like this, and even here I'm just going to give it an ending, which would be, let's see, like that. So I'm going to add in some dipples between the puff cookie and twisties. So wherever I find gaps, I'm going to add in some dipples. Okay, so kind of covered everything. I might then go back and add a little black to all these gaps that we have to give it a good finish. So go ahead, do that. Okay, I think I got everything covered. Okay, so our next tangle is jelly roll. Jelly roll is a fun, simple, very simple tangle. It's like print arms, but quite huge like this. So we make big spirals and end it up like that with the tail tucked in. So I'm going to fill this section, and this section with jelly rolls. Okay, so I'm kind of going behind this and I'm ending it here. I think I'm going to add one here and one here for sure. Okay, so let's add one here. Okay, so let's repeat this in this section as well. So take your time to do this. Add one here. Okay, and I'm going to add my next sections, so I'm gonna add, maybe I'll start here. Okay, so I have added my spirals for jelly roll. So our next step is to kind of start from here and make lines like this. All the way into the spiral. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do this for all of my spirals that's here. So take your time, it's a fun step to do. Okay, so I'm done adding the lines for all of my jelly roll. Now the next step that we do is to add black in all these little gaps that we have. So this entire section, I'm gonna add black. So again, take your time to fill in the blank. Make sure there are no white sections or white spots left in this. So like that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, do this here and here. All of these sections are going to be filled in with black. So take your time and do that all over. Here I've done adding all the blacks. Just do a quick final check if we missed out on any sections where I don't see. I think everything is covered. So now let's move on to shading. So let's start with shading for the Twisty. So we would be shading along this, but since there is black, I'm just going to add my pencil right around this. So wherever the Twisty touches and there is white space, we're going to add the pencil right there. Oh, this whole thing has to be black. The Twisty is going right behind that. So let's add black in here. Like that. Okay. So on to shading now. Let's add pencil. Okay, so So next thing, let's do the shading for a jelly roll. So we're going to add our pencil along the spiral like this, very gently. Okay, so let's add the pencil. So I've just used the stub to give a gentle blend. So you see how that looks. So I'm going to repeat this in all of my jelly rolls. So just along the edge of the spiral, and blend it out with the stub. Notice, don't go too far in. We want that white space to show. So very gently just smoothen it out like that. So let's go ahead, repeat this in all of them. Okay, so here I have finished adding shading for a jelly roll. So now let's get on to puff cookies. So here I'm just going to put my pencil right here, right at the end where all the edges of the puff kind of meets it. Okay, one more here. Okay, so let's just blend in. Okay. Okay, I think I covered everything. So there you look, looks lovely with the shading. So shading gives a nice pop. Now we are done with the tile. So let's go ahead, add our signatures and call it done. So I'm gonna add I'm just looking at which direction would be nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and add it like this. So I'm gonna add my pen, my initials here. There. Okay. So today's date is 11th August. And this is YouTube String Safari number 16. And we started off with Tangle Puff Cookie. And then we did Twisty. And we ended up with Jelly Roll. So there you go. Our lovely Tangle. Thank you.
Hope you had fun on this safari with me. I would love to see your creations, so head on to our FB group ZenBeez, where all the after party fun happens. Share your works there and check out the creations by other ZenBeez. If you're sharing your works on social media, then please do tag me at Sandhya or hashtag Tangle with Sandhya, so I get to see your lovely works there. On Tuesdays at 7:30 p.m. India time, I host a Zentangle Mini Project on my Instagram Live. So do join me on my Instagram handle at Sandhya and let's tangle together. It's time to comment now, and so leave a comment and let me know how you enjoyed this project, because that helps me plan out my next set of videos. Also, it's time to show some love, so hit that like button, share the video, and please subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next on Friday in our Focus Flight series. Until then, remember to breathe and smile. See ya. Namaste.